Hi, good people. Good evening. I hope you are doing great. I welcome you once again to my Beat TV. I am your Counsellor JK. Today we'll look at a critical issue in our lives. Elsewhere, this topic may not be necessary, but at this part of our world, this topic will help us, and this topic or this discussion will be of help. We are talking of in-laws. So today we will talk about living harmoniously with our in-laws. Elsewhere, you may not need your in-laws, but as Africa, as Ghana, as blacks as we are, our in-laws are part of our marriage, so to speak. Our in-laws cannot be ruled out, cannot be totally off our marriage. That's why we need to learn how to live with them in harmony. If you're able to live with them in harmony, you have a smooth marriage running for you. Other than that, you feel the in-laws are not good, you feel in-laws are bad. But in some other sense, in-laws are good. Yes, it's understandable that some of the in-laws are actually a trouble or a torment in our marriage or in some marriages. At the same time, some are good. Some may be helpful. We know that after marriage, as Bible said, the man will leave the mother, the father, and be joined with his wife, and they will become one. Yes, that is the truth. That is the issue we cannot run away from. But in reality, it is not so. We can't do away with our in-laws. There are some myths around or concerning in-laws. Others think after marriage, my relationship with my partner alone, or after marriage, I only have the relationship with my partner alone, and that of their parent will cease. As somebody said, it's just a myth, or it's just something that we are thinking it happens. But in reality, it doesn't happen that way. Others also think I'm married to my partner, not to the family. But hey, no. At this part of our world, you marry a man or marry a woman, and the family members are also part. So you can't do away with the in-laws. Somebody also think, although I do not like my in-laws or my will-be in-laws, I will love them after marriage. And it doesn't just come straight away like that. It is a decision that one has to take a conscious effort to make it work. Sometimes you marry and your in-laws may not like you. You marry and your in-laws may give you hell of time, especially the women. The men mostly are not so difficult, but when it comes to the female in-laws, they sometimes give the couple a little hell of time. There's also another myth that I will not have to deal with any of my in-laws after our marriage. None of the in-laws can come after marriage. It isn't so. After marriage, they will still come because they still see the man, they still see the woman, your husband, your wife, as part of their family, and that they will not easily go away. You know, as Africans, the way our family system is structured, we are interconnected, and that we will not easily let go of a family member. The family member will even feel bad seeing that after marriage, my family members are not coming to me. After marriage, my family members have neglected me or rejected me. So they will come. But how to handle them? How to live harmoniously with them? That's why we're talking about how to live harmoniously with your in-laws. You see, many a times we tend to have conflict with them. Many a times we tend to have our misunderstanding with our in-laws, especially the wives. Mostly the wives tend to have issues with the husband's relative. Mostly it is not the other way around. It's the wives who tend to have problem with the husband's family, mostly. But we are saying that, yes, we know sometimes, okay, conflict sometimes 1 or 2 times may occur. But however, let's find a way of living with them peacefully or harmoniously. We cannot totally cut them off. We cannot cut them off, especially at this part of our world, especially as blacks, especially as Ghanaians. We cannot do away with them. And most of the causes of conflict that rises amongst the in-laws may tend to be over dependence on the family by the spouse. If a man marries and is always with his people, always going to his mother, always going to his father, asking the mother what to do, how to manage his own home, the wife always goes to the father, always goes to the mother, ask of which food to prepare for the husband. You see, if you tend to depend on your family too much after marriage, they will think that you are not, you can't handle your marriage. So they tend to put their nose into your marriage. They tend to be part of your marriage. They tend to be coaches, and they will try to coach you in your marriage. But when they know you have everything under control, you don't depend on them, then they will limit the way they will sort of come into your marital life. So one other thing, as I said, that brings conflicts among the in-laws is over-dependence on the family. So as I said, if a man after marriage always goes to the mother, always goes to the father, anything goes back home to ask anything, the wife goes home anytime, the wife tells the mommy how to cook, how to do this for what happens? So the others, you open avenue for the others to be part of your marriage, and hence conflict will arise. And then another thing that also brings conflict, or that cause in-law conflict, is difference in perspective about family life. You see, each family has a way of living, or each family has his or their own lifestyle. You see, in some families, whenever the mommy cooks, whenever the food is cooked, everybody goes to the kitchen, you dish out the quantity that you can eat. Nobody is served in some family. In some families, when the food is cooked, the mother takes everybody's plate or bowl and serve everybody, and you come for your food. You know your particular bowl or plate that you use. In some family, they don't even cook. They'll just give you money, just go and buy food, whatever you want. So you see, each family has their own way of life. In some family, when a decision is supposed to be taken, the wife has no say. The man only takes the decision, imposes on the wife and the children. In some homes, both man and woman sit, they have a discussion. Even the children have say in the discussion. Their homes, they are not like that. So you see, there are different ways, there are different beliefs, there are different family lifestyles. So if it happens that both man and woman are from different or diverse family life, the other party thinks that this woman is not treating her son well. This man is not treating our daughter well. Especially at this part of our world, we know that after cooking, the woman should serve the husband. You serve, put it on the dining table for your husband to eat. But certain men may not like it. Just cook. I'll go to the kitchen, serve myself, and come and sit down and eat. And should the man's family members see that the woman is not serving the husband as the supposedly a man should be served, then you see the mother-in-law will come in to try to take the responsibility of the wife to be serving the son who is now married or who is now somebody's husband. When it happens so, the wife will not be happy. There will be conflict. So some of these things cause in-law conflict. And then changes in loyalty. Changes in loyalty. You know, at first, when you are not married, the girl or the woman who is not married will mostly take decision with the mother. Oh, mother, I want to buy this cloth. I want to buy this dress. I want to sew this dress. Look at it and give me your opinion. The girls will sometimes go to their father and daddy, oh, daddy, I want to do this. I want to take this course. I want to do this. Daddy, this and that. The man asks the mother, mommy, today I'll eat this. Mommy, which food are you preparing? And you see, after marriage, normally, the man will not be asking the mother to prepare food for him. The wife will not go to the mother to ask which dress should I wear, which cloth should I put on. You see, when it happens so, the family thinks that, hey, now they are married, so they've taken us from the equation, and conflict arises. And they think, oba na ji ye nua be ma na boso, Obema na jiye nuaba na boso. The woman has taken full control of our brother, and that we can't even go to our brother. And conflict sets in. And then differences in culture. Yes, at this part of our world, Ghana, especially here, we have diverse cultures here. We have diverse or different ethnic groups here. And probably you marry a man from ethnic group A marries from an ethnic group B or C. You see, the way ethnic group A may do their things, may handle their things, may be different from how other ethnic group may also handle their issue. And when the family members see that, this is not how we train our men, this is not how we deal with our men, this is not how we handle our women, then conflict sets in. And when it happens so, the family members, especially the sisters of the man and the mother of the man, they will try to be part of the marriage, to control affairs of the marriage, which obviously is wrong. And that brings conflict to the family. And you see, all these things are a way of bringing conflict into our lives. And that we need to find a way of solving this problem. We need to tell ourselves that we will not run away from our marriages. We will not leave our husbands. We will not leave our wives, but rather stay by them, stick by them, stay with them, and make the marriage work. And you see, when it happens so, you should be together. You should stay together. You should be focused. You see, there shouldn't be a way that a man will sort of stand by his parents and neglect the wife. No, that is wrong. You should always stand by your wife. Even if you know your wife had done wrong, still be with her, and then you apologize to your family on her behalf. Never, ever reject your wife or your spouse as against your family. If your husband has any challenge with your family as a woman, you, the woman, should not be on the side of your parents. You should rather be on the side of your spouse. And then, if really things did not go well, then on behalf of your spouse, you apologize to your parent or to your side for them. That is how it should be done. As soon as you leave and stand by your family and fight against your wife and fight against your husband, meaning you are crashing the marriage. The marriage is on the way to crash. The marriage is on the way to break up. So you always be there for him, always be there for her, and stand as a shock absorber to face your own family, your own mother, especially your own mother or your own sisters, against your wife. Mostly, as I said, mostly it is the mother-in-laws, the sister-in-laws who normally cause trouble. Yes, and mostly it is strange that the men, the sisters and the mothers of the men are mostly seen as bad people, which shouldn't be so, which is not so. So the men, we should know how to handle our mothers and our sisters so that they will not interfere so much in our marriage. If as a man, you're able to talk to your sisters, if as a man, you're able to sit your mother down and talk with her, I'm not saying disrespect them. I'm not saying disrespect your mother. That one, it's even bad. But sit your mommy down, talk to her to let you run your affair. And that when the need arises, when you need an assistant, you come in. But where you have not come in, they should not come in by themselves. You see, if you're able to do this, you, the man, you help matters seriously. And in building good relationship with your in-laws, first, you must honor them as your parent. Our good book, Bible says we should honor our parents. I'm sure it is so in the Quran, but I cannot quote. The Bible tells us so. So honor them the way you honor your mother. Honor your in-laws the same. The way you handle your brother or your sister is the same way you should handle your spouse's mother, brother, or sister equally. Consider them as your brother. Consider them as your sister. Consider them as your parents. You see, as soon as you marry, you have a new family. Okay, so it's a making of new family. As soon as I said, as soon as you marry, you become a new family with your husband or your spouse's people. And then treat your in-laws as your family. Treat your in-laws as your family. As you treat your own family members, treat them the same way. And then know them and appreciate them or appreciate their good points. You see, sometimes they may share good ideas, they may share good points, though maybe unwelcoming, but since they share their ideas, accept it. Oh, okay. Oh, swa me da se, ekuma me da se, asew me da se, auntie me da se. Yebehwe se ni yebitumi de adwuma. Thank you, mother-in-law. Thank you, sister-in-law. We will see how best we can incorporate this plan into our plan. You appreciate whatever. But when they say something and you fight back, they will also fight back. So all the time, you must know how they are. Appreciate their good points. Don't fight back. You may not need it at that particular time. But since their points have been made or a point have been made by your in-law, accept it. Thank him or her. Show appreciation that you like it. Whether you implement it or not, it depends on you and your spouse to see whether you implement it or not. And then work with your spouse. Work with your spouse. When I say work with your spouse, all the time you should team up with your spouse. Never leave your spouse alone to face your parents, to face your sisters, to face your family members. Never leave your wife alone to face your sisters and your mothers. Never leave your husband alone to fight your siblings. Always work together. And anytime you are talking to your family, let them know, my husband and I. If a man starts to say, my things, my this, my that, you give way for others to penetrate into the family. So it is us. So you work with them. And then take initiative to invite the in-laws to a dinner or to a lunch, especially the women. If you see that the mother-in-law is trying to be difficult, once a while, invite them over. If they are not living around where you are, maybe Christmas time, You invite them, you let them come, spend a Christmas, treat them well. If they are living around during your birthday, you can take them out on a dinner or a lunch. At least take that initiative. You can buy something during their birthday, you buy clothes, buy something, parcel it nicely, and give it to her. They will appreciate it. And then anytime you are acting or you act towards them, do that in love. Have a big heart and act towards your in-laws with love and joy. And never insult your in-laws. Never insult your mother-in-law. Never insult your sister-in-law. Never insult your brother-in-law. Take them as your sisters. Take them as your brothers. Take them as your own family members. Never insult them. And then you safeguard your relationship by let going of your ego. Ego actually kills marriage. Yes, you may be this, you may be that, but let go of your ego to safeguard your family, your marriage. So by so doing, accept the man's family members, accept your wife's family members as yours. And if you're able to do this, you'll be able to live harmoniously with your in-laws. From time to time, mostly every year or from time to time, if there is the need to visit the family, if there is a need to send some items or some money to any of our family members, if let's say today we decide that we are going to the woman's family, let the man and the woman go together. And when they get to the woman's family, let the man do the presentation. Let the man talk. My wife and I, we are bringing these things to you. If it's the man's family members that we are going to visit, let the woman do the talking. Let the woman do the presentation. Let the woman say, Mommy, Daddy, we are bringing this to you. If you, the man, we are going to your mother and you take the initiative, no, you are making things worse. Let the family members know. Let the in-laws know that both of you are presenting the item and not you alone. And then you should be open to mediation. If there is conflict that it's actually eating up the marriage, you should open up to mediation. You know, they can be people or we can call elderly people, we can call pastors or imams, whoever that you think the family, the in-laws may respect mostly, and then you talk to them. They can talk to your in-laws on your behalf. If there is anything probably you've done wrong that you are not aware of it, then you plead. And when it happens so, don't be on one side. That's what I'm saying. You should open up for mediation, and whatever that will make peace prevail, you show let peace prevail. And you see, by so doing, we'll be able to live with our in-laws harmoniously. Let us try and live with our in-laws peacefully. As Ghanaians, as Africans, our in-laws are part of our lives. We cannot do away with them. So let us learn to live with them harmoniously. Thank you for listening. Once again, I am your Counsellor JK. I thank you for watching my Beat TV. Bye-bye.